Have you ever had that nagging feeling that something in your life is holding you back? You're not alone. We all encounter moments when change seems like the only way forward. Today, we're delving into 11 signs that are clear indicators that it might be time to say goodbye to certain aspects of your life. And guess what? We're looking at it all through the lens of Stoicism. So stick around till the end of this video, because the liberating wisdom we're about to share could be just what you need. You're on a journey, and there's this weight, this invisible force that's pulling you down. It's like trying to move forward with an anchor tied to your leg. Ever felt that? That's the sign. The universe telling you it might be time for a change. Today, we're not just talking about change. We're talking about bidding farewell to certain aspects of your life. Now, we're not here to complicate things. We're breaking it down into 11 simple signs. Signs that, when you notice them, should ring a bell in your head. These signs, my friend, are your cues to reevaluate, reassess, and perhaps let go. And here's the catch. We're not doing this alone. We're bringing in some ancient wisdom, the Stoic perspective. So buckle up. We're about to embark on a journey of self-discovery, all with the aim of finding that liberation we all crave. So, as we go through these signs, reflect on your own experiences. You won't want to miss any of these cues. The liberating wisdom at the end might just be the nudge you need to embrace a change that leads to a more fulfilling life. Stick with us till the end, and let's navigate these signs together. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where it just feels like something is off? Maybe it's a misalignment, a clash between what you believe in and the values or actions of those around you. This is what we call dissonance with values, and it's our first sign that it might be time to say goodbye to certain aspects of your life. Imagine this. You have a set of core values, principles that guide your decisions and actions. These values are like your North Star, providing direction in the journey of life. Now, dissonance occurs when there's a noticeable disconnect between your core values and what's happening around you. It's that uncomfortable feeling, that inner conflict when you witness actions or values that just don't resonate with what you hold dear. Think about it in terms of relationships, be it with friends, family, or colleagues. If there's a constant clash between your values and theirs, it creates a sense of discord. It could be a friend making choices that go against your principles, or a workplace environment that contradicts your core beliefs. This dissonance becomes a significant red flag, a signal that the environment you're in might not be conducive to your well-being. The thing about dissonance with values is that it's not just about differences. It's about a misalignment that goes beyond healthy diversity. It's about feeling a sense of moral discomfort, a tug of war between what you hold true and what's happening around you. And in those moments, it's crucial to take a step back and assess the impact this dissonance is having on your overall happiness and fulfillment. Recognizing this dissonance is the first step toward acknowledging that change might be necessary. It's about being honest with yourself, understanding that holding on to situations or relationships that contradict your values can lead to a prolonged state of discontent. So, as we explore these signs, pay attention to the dissonance with values in your life. It might just be the cue you need to start considering the liberating path of letting go. Let's dive into our second sign, stagnation in personal growth. Picture this. You're on a journey of self-discovery, constantly evolving, and yet there are certain relationships in your life that seem to act as roadblocks rather than companions on this journey. Personal growth is like a continuous journey, a path of self-improvement and learning. Now, when you find yourself in relationships that hinder this progress, it's a signal that change might be on the horizon. It's essential to recognize that people enter our lives for various reasons, and not all relationships are meant to accompany us throughout our entire journey. Consider this scenario. You have dreams, aspirations, and goals. You're pushing yourself to be the best version of you, but there's this relationship, be it a friendship, a romantic connection, or a professional association that seems to hold you back. Maybe it's a partner who discourages your ambitions or friends who resist your personal growth because it makes them uncomfortable. Stagnation in personal growth can manifest in various ways. It could be a lack of support or encouragement, or even direct opposition to the positive changes you're trying to make in your life. When your aspirations clash with the dynamics of a relationship, it creates a sense of being stuck, unable to move forward. It's not about blaming others. It's about recognizing that some relationships might have served their purpose in a particular chapter of your life. But as you grow, it's crucial to surround yourself with individuals who uplift and encourage your journey, rather than those who become obstacles. Acknowledging this stagnation in personal growth doesn't mean dismissing the value of the relationship or the people involved. Instead, it's about understanding that parting ways might create space for both parties to continue evolving independently. So, as we explore these signs, pay attention to the relationships in your life. Are they supporting your growth, or are they inadvertently holding you back? This awareness might just be the catalyst for a more fulfilling path forward. Let's delve into our third sign: consistent negative energy. Imagine this. You wake up ready to face the day, but there's this lingering cloud of negativity that follows you around. It's not just a bad day. It's a consistent presence affecting your mental well-being. This persistent negativity could be a signal that it's time to evaluate the sources in your life. Negativity is like a heavy weight on your shoulders. We all have moments of stress or challenges, but when negativity becomes a constant companion, it can take a toll on your mental health. Consider the people you interact with regularly, the environments you're part of, and the overall atmosphere in your life. Think about a friendship or a workplace where complaints and criticisms dominate the conversation. It's not just about occasional venting. It's about an environment where negativity becomes the norm. Such consistent negative energy can seep into your own thoughts and emotions, affecting your outlook on life. The impact of consistent negativity goes beyond just a bad mood. It can lead to increased stress, anxiety, and a general feeling of being overwhelmed. Your mental well-being is precious, and when consistently surrounded by negativity, it becomes challenging to maintain a positive and healthy mindset. Recognizing this sign is about acknowledging the emotional toll it takes on you. It's about understanding that your mental well-being is influenced by the energy around you. Sometimes, it's necessary to step back and assess whether certain relationships or environments are contributing to this negative atmosphere. It's important to clarify that this isn't about avoiding challenges or discomfort altogether. Life has its ups and downs, but when negativity becomes a pervasive force, impacting your mental health, it might be time to consider a change. As we explore these signs, pay attention to the consistent negative energy in your life. Is it dragging you down, or is it propelling you forward? This awareness can be the catalyst for creating a more positive and supportive environment for your mental well-being. Let's explore our fourth sign: lack of reciprocity. Picture this scenario. You invest time, energy, and emotions into a relationship, but it feels like a one-way street. The mutual support and understanding you expect seem to be missing. This lack of reciprocity is a clear sign that it might be time to reassess the dynamics of that relationship. Relationships, whether friendships, romantic connections, or partnerships, thrive on mutual give and take. It's like a dance where both partners move in harmony, supporting each other. Now, when this balance is disrupted, and you find yourself consistently giving without receiving, it creates a sense of imbalance and frustration. Consider a friendship where you're always the one reaching out, listening, and providing support, but the same isn't reciprocated. Or in a romantic relationship where your needs and emotions are often overlooked. This lack of mutual support can leave you feeling unappreciated and undervalued. Reciprocity is the heartbeat of healthy relationships. It's about sharing responsibilities, understanding each other's needs, and offering support in times of joy and challenge. When this reciprocity is absent, the relationship becomes lopsided, with one person carrying the emotional burden. Recognizing the lack of reciprocity is not about keeping score in relationships. It's about realizing that for a connection to thrive, there needs to be a sense of balance and understanding. It's about open communication, expressing your needs, and assessing whether the relationship is nourishing for both parties. In one-sided relationships, the imbalance can lead to emotional exhaustion and a feeling of being taken for granted. As we explore these signs, pay attention to the relationships in your life. Are they reciprocal, where support and understanding flow both ways? Or are you caught in a pattern of giving more than you receive? This awareness can be the catalyst for fostering healthier, more balanced connections in your life. Let's delve into our fifth sign, violating boundaries. Imagine this scenario. You've set personal boundaries, lines that define your comfort zones and limits. But there's a consistent pattern of those around you repeatedly crossing these lines, making you uncomfortable. Recognizing and addressing this violation of boundaries is crucial for maintaining healthy relationships. Personal boundaries are like fences around your emotional and physical space. They are essential for maintaining a sense of autonomy and well-being. However, when these boundaries are disregarded, it can lead to discomfort and unease. Consider a friend who consistently oversteps by prying into your personal life, or a colleague who invades your personal space despite your expressed discomfort. Recognizing this violation of boundaries is the first step in addressing the issue. It's about understanding that your boundaries are valid and essential for your overall well-being. Often, the discomfort arises when these boundaries are not respected, leading to a strain on your mental and emotional health. Addressing this sign involves open communication. It's about expressing your boundaries clearly and assertively, making those around you aware of your comfort zones. It's not about building walls, but establishing mutual respect in relationships. When boundaries are repeatedly violated, it can create a sense of vulnerability and frustration, impacting the quality of your connections. Understanding the importance of boundaries is a two-way street. It's not just about setting boundaries for yourself, but also respecting the boundaries of others. Healthy relationships thrive when there's a mutual understanding and acknowledgement of each other's comfort zones. As we explore these signs, pay attention to the dynamics in your relationships. Are your boundaries consistently honored, or do you find yourself uncomfortable due to repeated violations? This awareness can be a catalyst for initiating conversations about boundaries, fostering a healthier understanding in your relationships, and creating an environment where both your needs and those of others are respected. Let's delve into our sixth sign, draining emotional energy. Imagine being in relationships where, instead of feeling uplifted, you consistently find your emotional energy being drained. This is a crucial sign that it might be time to take a step back and evaluate the impact certain connections are having on your overall well-being. Emotional energy is like a precious resource. It's what allows you to navigate the ups and downs of life. Now, consider relationships where interactions consistently leave you feeling emotionally depleted rather than fulfilled. It could be a friend who constantly brings negativity into your conversations, or a partner whose emotional demands exceed what you can comfortably give. Recognizing this draining of emotional energy is vital for maintaining your mental health. Healthy relationships are supposed to be a source of support, encouragement, and positive energy. When the balance tips toward consistent emotional drain, it can lead to feelings of exhaustion, frustration, and even resentment. It's essential to understand that being there for someone emotionally is a beautiful aspect of relationships. But when it becomes a constant drain without reciprocation, it can create an unhealthy dynamic. Your emotional well-being deserves attention and protection. Addressing this sign involves setting boundaries and having open conversations about emotional needs. It's about expressing your feelings and ensuring that the relationships in your life contribute positively to your emotional energy. Sometimes it might mean reassessing the balance of emotional investment and considering whether the relationship is nurturing or depleting. As we explore these signs, reflect on the emotional energy exchanges in your relationships. Do you feel consistently drained after interactions, or do you experience a sense of emotional replenishment and support? This awareness can be the starting point for making intentional choices in your connections, ensuring that your emotional well-being remains a priority in the tapestry of your relationship. Let's explore our seventh sign, ignoring red flags. Picture this: you're sailing through a relationship, and there are subtle warning signs, red flags, that something might not be quite right. Yet, instead of heeding these signals, you find yourself brushing them off, persisting in a toxic dynamic. Recognizing and addressing these red flags is crucial for maintaining healthy connections. Red flags are like caution signals on the road of relationships. They come in various forms. Maybe a friend consistently belittles your achievements, a partner displays controlling behavior, or a colleague undermines your efforts. These signs are warnings that demand attention. The problem arises when we consciously or unconsciously choose to ignore these red flags. It's a common human tendency to hope for the best, to believe that things will get better. However, persisting in a relationship despite clear warning signs can lead to prolonged exposure to toxicity, impacting your mental and emotional well-being. Acknowledging red flags requires self-awareness and a willingness to address uncomfortable truths. It's about understanding that your well-being is paramount and that ignoring these warning signs can lead to emotional turmoil. Often we may downplay these flags, convincing ourselves that they are minor hiccups in an otherwise healthy relationship. Addressing this sign involves a conscious effort to recognize and validate your feelings. It's about having honest conversations with yourself about whether the dynamics in your relationships align with your values and contribute positively to your life. It might mean setting boundaries or seeking external support if the red flags persist. As we explore these signs, reflect on the relationships in your life. Are there warning signs that you've been overlooking, hoping they would fade away? This awareness can be the catalyst for making informed decisions about whether to address these red flags head on or consider healthier alternatives for your well-being. Remember, acknowledging red flags isn't a sign of weakness, but rather a step towards building relationships that foster growth and positivity. Let's delve into our eighth sign, resilience erosion. Imagine this scenario. Life throws challenges your way, as it often does, but instead of bouncing back as you used to, there's a noticeable decline in your ability to overcome these hurdles. This erosion of resilience could be an important sign that it's time to take a closer look at the factors influencing your mental and emotional strength. Resilience is the capacity to endure and bounce back from life's setbacks. It's that inner strength that allows you to navigate difficult situations with a sense of optimism and adaptability. However, when you start feeling that decline in your ability to cope, it's a signal that external factors might be impacting your resilience. Consider the relationships and environments in your life. Are they sources of support and encouragement, or do they contribute to a sense of constant stress and fatigue? It's crucial to recognize that resilience erosion isn't solely about external challenges, but also about the cumulative impact of your surroundings on your mental well-being. Addressing this sign involves reflecting on the sources of stress and negativity in your life. It's about understanding that consistently facing toxic dynamics or being surrounded by unsupportive relationships can wear down your resilience over time. It's not a reflection of personal weakness, but an indication that your mental and emotional health requires attention. Taking steps to bolster your resilience might involve setting boundaries, seeking support, or making intentional changes in your environment. It's a process of nurturing your mental fortitude, recognizing that building and maintaining resilience is an ongoing journey. As we explore these signs, reflect on your ability to bounce back from life's challenges. Do you feel a decline in your resilience? And if so, are there relationships or situations contributing to this erosion? This awareness can be the starting point for fostering a more supportive environment, one that empowers you to face life's challenges with renewed strength and resilience. Remember, it's okay to seek help and make changes that prioritize your mental and emotional well-being. Let's explore our ninth sign: inability to communicate. Imagine finding yourself in situations where expressing your thoughts and feelings becomes a struggle. This difficulty in communication might be signaling that it's time to evaluate the dynamics of your relationships and the impact they have on your ability to open up. Communication is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. It's the bridge that connects individuals, allowing for the exchange of ideas, emotions, and understanding. However, when you find it challenging to communicate openly, it can create barriers that hinder the growth and health of your connection. Consider instances where you hesitate to express your opinions, share your feelings, or voice your needs. This hesitancy might stem from a fear of judgment, rejection, or a history of experiencing negative reactions. It's important to recognize that communication difficulties can be influenced by the dynamics within your relationships and the overall level of trust and safety you feel. Addressing the sign involves acknowledging the barriers that hinder open communication. It's about reflecting on the factors, be it past experiences, current dynamics, or personal insecurities, that contribute to this difficulty. Creating an environment where you feel comfortable expressing yourself is essential for fostering meaningful connections. Improving communication skills might involve setting aside dedicated time for open conversations, practicing active listening, and being mindful of the words and tone used in discussion. It's a collaborative effort that requires both parties to create a space where thoughts and feelings can be shared without fear of judgment. As we explore these signs, reflect on your ability to communicate in your relationships. Do you find it challenging to express yourself openly? And if so, are there specific factors contributing to this difficulty? This awareness can be the starting point for building a foundation of trust and openness in your connections, ultimately enhancing the quality of your relationships and promoting a healthier exchange of ideas and emotion. Remember, effective communication is a two-way street, and creating a safe space for expression benefits everyone involved. Let's explore our 10th sign: unhealthy competition. Picture this scenario. Instead of working together towards common goals, you find yourself caught in a web of destructive competition. This unhealthy dynamic might be a clear signal to reassess the collaborative nature of your relationships and the impact it has on your overall well-being. Competition can be a healthy motivator when it fosters growth and improvement. However, when the competitive spirit turns destructive, it can lead to strained relationships and a toxic environment. Consider situations where the focus shifts from achieving collective success to outdoing one another, creating an atmosphere of tension and rivalry. Addressing this sign involves recognizing the difference between healthy competition and destructive competition. Healthy competition is about pushing each other to excel, learning from one another, and celebrating collective achievements. Destructive competition, on the other hand, involves undermining others, creating a sense of hostility, and prioritizing personal victories over shared success. Reflecting on the motives behind the competition is crucial. Is it driven by a desire for individual recognition, or is it a collaborative effort aimed at elevating everyone involved? Open communication about goals, expectations, And the impact of the competitive dynamic can pave the way for a shift towards constructive collaboration. Improving the collaborative nature of relationships might involve setting common goals, emphasizing teamwork, and fostering a culture of support and encouragement. It's about redirecting energy toward shared achievements rather than personal victories at the expense of others. As we explore these signs, reflect on the competitive dynamics within your relationships. Are they contributing to a positive and collaborative environment? Or do you find yourself caught in destructive competition? This awareness can be the catalyst for fostering a more cooperative spirit, one that promotes collective success and strengthens the bonds within your relationships. Remember, true growth and success often come from working together, uplifting one another, and celebrating achievements as a team. Let's delve into our 11th sign, lost inner peace. Imagine a state where there's a disturbance in the tranquil waters of your mind. This feeling of inner unrest could be a significant sign that it's time to take a closer look at the elements in your life affecting your peace of mind. Inner peace is like a calm harbor within us. It's that serene state where external challenges don't shake the core of our being. However, when you begin to sense a disturbance in this inner tranquility, it's an indicator that something in your life might be causing emotional turbulence. Consider moments when stress, anxiety, or a constant sense of unease creeps into your daily life. It might be triggered by relationships, work, or the overall pace of life. Recognizing this lost inner peace is crucial for understanding the toll certain elements are taking on your mental and emotional well-being. Addressing this sign involves identifying the sources of disturbance. Are there relationships causing constant stress? Is work-life balance tipping towards chaos? It might also involve reassessing priorities and making intentional choices to create a space for stillness and serenity amidst life's challenges. Restoring lost inner peace often requires small, mindful practices. It could be incorporating moments of relaxation into your daily routine, setting aside time for activities that bring joy, or even seeking professional support when needed. It's about creating a mental sanctuary where you can retreat when the outside world becomes overwhelming. As we explore these signs, reflect on the current state of your inner peace. Do you feel a disturbance? And if so, are there specific elements in your life contributing to this sense of unrest? This awareness can be the starting point for reclaiming your inner peace, making intentional choices to prioritize mental and emotional well-being, and fostering an environment that allows for moments of tranquility amidst life's hustle and bustle. Remember, your inner peace is a valuable asset, and taking steps to nurture it can lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life. Let's delve into our 12th sign, incompatibility with Stoic principles. Picture this. You've embraced the Stoic philosophy, valuing wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Yet, as you navigate your relationships, you sense a significant misalignment between these principles and the dynamics of your connections. Recognizing this incompatibility is a crucial sign that it might be time to reassess the impact of your relationships on your journey towards a Stoic way of life. Stoicism, at its core, emphasizes the cultivation of virtues and a commitment to living in accordance with nature. It promotes resilience in the face of challenges, rational decision-making, and fostering meaningful connection. When you start feeling that your relationships are veering away from these Stoic principles, it becomes essential to take a closer look. Consider situations where the pursuit of wisdom clashes with an environment that fosters ignorance, or where the Stoic value of temperance faces challenges in the midst of excess. Recognizing this misalignment is about acknowledging whether the relationships in your life contribute positively to your Stoic journey or create barriers to its principles. Addressing this sign involves reflection and open communication. It's about considering whether the values and virtues you hold dear align with those around you. It might involve having conversations about Stoicism, explaining its importance to you, and gauging the level of understanding and support within your relationships. Realigning relationships with Stoic principles might involve setting boundaries, seeking like-minded communities, or educating those around you about the philosophy. It's about creating an environment that not only respects, but also aligns with the Stoic values you cherish. As we explore these signs, reflect on the compatibility between Stoic principles in your relationships. Do you sense a misalignment? And if so, are there intentional steps you can take to foster an environment that supports your journey towards a Stoic way of life? This awareness can be the catalyst for creating connections that not only embrace but also enhance the Stoic principles, leading to a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Let's explore our 13th sign, overlooking self-love. Imagine a scenario where, in the pursuit of maintaining relationships, you find yourself neglecting the essential practice of self-love and self-respect. This oversight can be a significant sign that it's time to reassess the dynamics of your connections and prioritize your well-being. Self-love is the foundation of a healthy and fulfilling life. It involves recognizing your worth, setting boundaries, and ensuring that your needs are met. However, in the midst of relationships, especially if they demand significant emotional or physical sacrifices, it's easy to lose sight of this crucial aspect of self-care. Consider moments when you compromise your values, neglect your own happiness, or consistently put the needs of others ahead of your own. This tendency to overlook self-love can lead to emotional exhaustion, resentment, and a gradual erosion of your overall well-being. Addressing this sign involves a conscious effort to prioritize self-love in your relationships. It's about understanding that taking care of yourself is not selfish, but in fact necessary for building and sustaining healthy connection. This might involve setting clear boundaries, communicating your needs openly, and recognizing when it's essential to prioritize your well-being. Improving the practice of self-love might also include engaging in activities that bring you joy, investing time in self-reflection, and seeking support when needed. It's about creating a balance where your relationships enhance, rather than deplete, your sense of self-worth. As we explore these signs, reflect on the role of self-love in your relationships. Do you find yourself neglecting your own needs for the sake of others? And if so, are there steps you can take to reestablish a healthy balance? This awareness can be the starting point for fostering connections that honor and elevate your well-being, creating a harmonious and fulfilling environment where self-love is not only recognized but celebrated. Remember, taking care of yourself is not a luxury but a necessity for building resilient and meaningful relationships. In summary, recognizing the signs discussed is pivotal for fostering a healthier and more fulfilling life. The Stoic approach to letting go aligns with these signs, emphasizing the importance of aligning our relationships with principles that contribute positively to our well-being. As we've explored the 13 signs, it becomes evident that assessing the compatibility of our connections with Stoic values can guide us towards a more harmonious and resilient existence. The Stoic philosophy encourages us to acknowledge dissonance with our values, stagnation in personal growth, consistent negative energy, and other signs as opportunities for introspection and change. By recognizing these signals, we empower ourselves to make intentional choices in our relationships. This aligns with Stoic principles, promoting rational decision-making and resilience in the face of challenges. Moreover, the Stoic philosophy underscores the significance of self-love, a concept often overlooked in relationships. It reminds us that neglecting our well-being for the sake of others can lead to emotional exhaustion and a sense of imbalance. Embracing self-love aligns with Stoic virtues, promoting wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in our interaction. As viewers reflect on their own situations, it's essential to consider how these signs resonate with their experiences. The Stoic approach encourages intentional evaluation of relationships, fostering a mindset that prioritizes growth, virtue, and overall well-being. Sharing thoughts in the comments not only contributes to a collective dialogue, but also provides an opportunity for mutual support and insights. Ultimately, by recognizing these signs and applying Stoic principles to our relationships, we embark on a journey toward a more fulfilling life. It's about cultivating connections that align with our values, contribute positively to our growth, and nurture our inner peace. As viewers engage in this reflection, they are invited to share their thoughts, experiences, and perspectives, fostering a community that values the principles of Stoicism in the pursuit of a more balanced and fulfilling existence.